Hey, what's going on, guys? Stormlord with Lush Gaming here, bringing you the 5th episode of Let's Build a City in City Skylines. Where we left off with the last episode is we had designated some space for our national park that we were going to be building here on the Elena Falls map that you can download on the Steam Marketplace for City Skylines. We added this little addition that's likely to get redone and kind of revamp it a little bit. I think the placement might be off just a little bit. I want to have some road that kind of hugs alongside here. Maybe we'll build that in later or something. The other addition we were going to do is building this, adding our town out this way and filling this in more of a higher density commercial residential area. When we unlock that, we'll get the framework set up for it. And we were working on our little lower lower density commercial super complex here. We got our super target here, so all of the amazing citizens of Elena Falls have somewhere to get their non-essential essentials from. Best Buy running the worst deals in town, and everyone is eating them up. They love to shop at their Best Buy, walking out with overpriced TVs and computer equipment. And we have this tiny little strip mall that we've added in here as well, with a few nifty little stores with our Applebee's. These were a couple that didn't quite fit in. We'll have to find somewhere for them to go. And in today's episode, we're going to be working on a few things, but I want to start off. I want to build a hospital complex for our little area here in the heart of our town. So what I want to do is just kind of block this off. And we'll go up next to here. This will need to get moved eventually. And we'll go out to this and just kind of cut it off. Now what I am envisioning is that we have some form of a little roundabout here almost. So that way the service vehicles have a way in and out. So we're going to get as close to this as we can go. And I want to set this up so we go over 5 and 2. We'll do the same thing on this side. Line that up all nice. So that was one too many blocks. We'll redo this one here. We'll go up 5. We'll go over 2. And we will fill this in like so. And we're going to go in here and find our hospital that we want to put in here. And I have one in mind already. I think that it'll fit the size of our city, which we'll be growing into very soon. So I'm okay with setting it in here right now. And maybe we'll throw in a couple of these other buildings in here as well. But this is the main one that I was thinking. This university hospital here. So it's kind of a very unique looking building. I really like the way that it looks with this little overhang ramp over here, so it kind of almost acts as if like an emergency room in here, and then you got the overpass over it. All the regular vehicles can come in here for their emergencies, or they can park in the back and come in through the back door. So we'll set up some form of ooh, that is not what that is not. Far out did this go? Right, we were way too big on that. Let's just dumb that down. We're going to turn this all into concrete, I think. And maybe add in some benches or something. I think that looks nice. It looks good just the way it is. Now let's go find us some parking garages to put in here as well. There's a back door in here somewhere. Looks to be right there, so we'll try and line that up close, or maybe it's this one here. Maybe they're both back doors. It looks like this might be the only door, so we'll get something to line up with that. But why don't we see if we can find some parking lots to put in here. I wanted to put a parking garage, but I don't think the parking garage is going to fit in that small of a spot. So let's see what we can figure out. We do have some new parking lots here, and I don't know if I necessarily like the way that they are. Oh, we have grass, we have regular parking lots. That looks like it'll fit in here. I think that I like the way that that looks. What were there's another one in here too. This one. No. I think it was this one right here. That was the one that I was looking at. You know, that one's in there. We'll just let that ride. Let's throw in some sidewalks so people can kind of walk in and out of this area as well. Should be able to get one like so. Maybe get the walk up like that, up here. Don't know if that's connected to the door or not. Push that up a little bit. Get these to line up more. And I think that that looks okay. We'll have to go in. Let's add in some of our amazing trees that we have, and we usually seem to be using this default tree in the area. Maybe we could put in some fall trees or single. I think that's what we're. This one back a little bit. Of those, we can fill in a couple of our other trees. Kind of a colored tree, I suppose. I think we already had passed it. I think that that looks nice there. I think it would be nice to get in some form. There's a helipad that we can put in here. I'm not exactly sure how big it is, but I thought that that would look nice to have in here. And the helipad looks to be just a little big, so maybe we'll hold off on that until we get to our bigger Metro City Hospital, but I think that that looks fairly nice. The other thing I wanted to do is I want these guys to have quick access in and out. So I was thinking maybe we can throw in an intersection in here. Like so. Hopefully it doesn't get too used by these vehicles, and hopefully this doesn't become a traffic issue. Have lights on it. Nope, lights are okay. These guys are all gonna rebuild, I would imagine. Forgot the most important part. We need to bring water into here. We'll do that. Don't think stretch too well into there. Probably didn't need to put that in, but oh well. We put it in anyways. think that this looks pretty nice in there. No ambulances needed to be used right now. A couple people in there for other procedurals. Maybe we'll just slide this in here a little closer as well. That road. Finally, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parking spots for employees. Now, I wonder if we can find a helicopter to put up on there. Have helicopter. A military one. The let's see if we can put it on. We raise it up. There we go. That looks just dandy. I think that's a nice little minor detail that makes that look really good. Just a touch maybe. Maybe we can put in a couple of other things. Let's see if we can do a little bit of grass. And we'll just throw in a couple more trees in here. Get a couple of smaller ones. Blossoming, flowering trees. One is a bit on the small side. That'll be okay. I think that looks okay. We throw in some benches. Everyone likes a nice bench. Looks alright. Do we have garbage bin? Maybe. Oh. Not too shabby, and these guys are enjoying the hospital visit. Sitting down, trying to go inside, but it looks like it's closed, so you are not getting indoors. There we go. I'm quite happy with that little addition we have. Doesn't look like traffic is too big of a deal over here. We will be getting in some transportation. We need to work on that pretty soon. And this is still left for some future additions. If you have any comments on what you see so far within our little super complex here, let me know what you want to see in here, or maybe fill this in. We need to move these buildings somewhere, so let me know down in the comments what you think, what you'd like to see us turn this into. Let's switch our attention towards... We can't quite expand yet. So I'm trying to think of where we want to add more stuff in, and we're really kind of running out of room, believe it or not, because we can't. This is all national forest. We could extend something up through here. Why don't we see what we can turn this into? Not exactly sure if I like this route or not, but we will see how it turns out, I guess. I guess it works, kinda. We're leaving about 2. How this looks. I suppose that will work. We can probably add some form of a school in here that might look decent. So we'll just roll with this. Worst case scenario, we just kind of destroy it and we come back to it later on. All in all, not the end of the world if it doesn't work, but we'll give it an old try. Have all that. We got it laid out with water, and we can fill this back in. And probably turn it into some form of regular road later on. So we got our parking district in here. That's going to help. We could probably put in another school system. Let's see what we're looking. Elementary schools doing well. High school kids doing well. University students, well, you're going to have to go somewhere else. This ain't the place for college. Our D1 sports program, absolutely trash. You wouldn't even want to go to school here anyways. Because all we do is breed target managers. Target and Best Buy managers. That's what your career, that's your pinnacle. That's what you're striving for. So we're still waiting. We got to get to 5,500 before we can purchase our new land talisman over here. Our next 1 by 1 kilometer. And then we can start building out our main road. Again, I still want to tap into these main roads. And we're just kind of at this point where we're just slowly growing. And we really can't add a whole lot into this area. So we're just kind of slowly taking it day by day here. But I think that this area has turned out pretty well. We'll have to figure out how to get this to fill in just a little bit more. We could probably add maybe a gift store. Do we have... No gift stores. Alrighty, no gift store. So this is okay. Need some more commercial. I don't want to load this up too much. This is our clinic. Then we have our pharmacy up over here. We got a dental's office. Probably could throw in a postmart somewhere, or a post office. But maybe we should see if we can add in... These guys have some places to go shop. So they have a few stores down here. We're just... Well... This works because they can get from here to there. They don't have to cross all this, so it kind of works. Looks like there's a decent amount of people walking on it, so we'll leave it for now. It kind of helps get some of those people off of the road. And maybe what we should do is we should put a bus charter in here. We'd probably set up a bus charter in here, kind of off the back street of Super Target. But I'm just kind of left without an idea right now. And usually I can just kind of build, but I want to take my time on this city. And there's a few steps that we've skipped, and we'll probably come back to them later and kind of address them as a how to fix them as they happen issues. A lot with lane management, traffic issues, and traffic cutting each other off. I could see this becoming a little bit of an issue because it's our only way up and around to the main part of our city. But again, I don't think that this is going to be the bulk of our city, and we're going to work and branch our way off into another direction, as well as most of this is just residential, so they're really not going to have too much going on. And we'll probably put a bus system in here somewhere where they come up, pick, wrap around, and ditch on out of there. So I'm not too concerned about this spot. This spot does worry me, but again, mostly commercial or residential through here, so I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. And these should be spaced out enough. These two might be too close, but I think that it'll be okay. I feel like most cars will either come in one, out the other, or take some alternate route out of here. So let's check in and see how things are doing. Don't need any ambulances out there. That's awesome. That's great. We're bringing in a lot of money. Healthcare is great. Death care. Cemetery is 46% used. We'll have to find another spot to put a cemetery in the future. Average health of children and teens, not too bad. Elder care isn't too bad. We can probably put in a senior citizen center in here. That would probably do well. Fire, need to add another fire department in over here. So maybe we can find a small fire station. Now we can put that next to the park district maybe. Maybe we'll just put that aside over there. That's going to help alleviate some of the issues with that. And we can also not quite get the fire watchtower. That's our next addition. That will really drastically help out this area. We don't want Elena National Park to burn on down to the ground now, do we? Well, maybe it would be a fun little sight to see. What do we have here? Firehouse 13. Here's a massive firehouse. I don't think we need that. We've got a couple of fire headquarters stations. And do a small firehouse somewhere. Do a rural one. We'll put that in there. That should be okay for now. Well, that's pretty close to what was already there. We can probably sneak another one in right there. That'll help out. Not too noticeable. Police and crime rate, that's pretty well. No detained citizens. Looks like we're leveling up houses. That means that people are going to be moving in. This needs to get redone for sure. And again, I think in this area right here is where I want to put the train station. So we're going to leave that alone. We're starting to run a little low on power. Let's pause that and see if we can address that issue. And does it cross the highway? It does not. So we do have a few extra bits of power. Main issue is just getting it from here to there, and that should be enough for now. And that should fix that issue over there. So that's great. Why don't we bump up some of these roads just to make them look a little bit nicer, I guess. Don't like how this is all broken up, and it might just be because of the intersections. No, it's not because of the intersections. I don't know why this has been happening. And maybe, oh, I know what it is. So it's this road right here. It's not, wasn't straight. And I know how we can fix that. Just beat some of those. And we'll come back in. We'll redevelop it. This going straight, I think. And that went downhill extremely fast. Let's get. And we're just going to inch our way this way. Bit bigger. That. And now let's get this to work the way that we need it. Wrong. Here. Oh, got that in fairly straight. I think that this one is a little kinked, but you really can't tell too much on there. So I think that this is going to work. Let's go ahead back to our road and let's upgrade this because I think we're going to leave it for now, and we'll probably build some form of a walk path Little miniature park back along here. We could add some condos. We will get a ferry ride set up to another place at some point. Do I have some form of a wall? Can get the retaining wall. And I really don't like the way that that looks. Too small. Get taller walls. That's not a segment. Any sound murphing? Not really liking. We get all of our signs. Look at that. Those will be nice to put on some generic buildings. I really don't know what I want to throw there. I want a wall. Quarry. Don't need that. And a tenchery wall. 4 meter, 8 meter. That's not what we're looking for. I'm not sure why this is acting that way. Alright, so that wall won't work. Guess we're just kind of stuck with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. We'll just, they forget the wall, and we're just going to leave this as residential. Let them figure it out. They can complain with the noise. They got hospitals for a reason. You guys can do that. We'll throw in a couple of these. We can probably delete our power lines, hopefully. Should be able to leave. Oh, and we forgot about that. This is gonna flood in a little bit. What are you gonna do, right? Sink or swim. I think that fixes all of the little hiccups we had. They had a couple hiccups there. Again, not exactly sure why that's set up like that, but it's what it is. They're doing well. Commercial is slowly going down. Let's fill this one in and this one. We can always demo a little bit to put in more luxurious buildings or some luxury places to help keep up the land value. Put in our crossing arms here. I must think a train's coming through or something because the arms are down. And let's put some in on the other one. Crossing. There we go. And that is doing its thing over there. Really too much, not too much to worry about on that. Let's check our traffic. 83%. I don't see any hot spots. This road is a little warm, but it's all flowing well over here. This is probably our busiest part, is the on-ramp. Go figure. And then this intersection I was talking about, but hopefully it doesn't get any busier. And this road should handle most of it. We can probably bump this up into a larger road. Maybe a 2x2. Maybe just a generic road will work. Let these guys go a little bit faster. Try to help out a little bit. Otherwise, traffic seems to be good. Noise has gotta be probably loud. Very, very loud. So we'll need to lower this area and get it out of here very soon. Looks like this is being a bit noisy. So maybe we can just shift these a little further over. That seems to be okay. This seems to be blocking off a lot of the noise through there. And of course, while you're busy, you just live in town. We can probably shift this up into here as well. That will help lower some of the noise. The rest of it overall doesn't look too bad. This is a very noisy park. But overall, noise is fairly low. You have pollution, of course. This is the main part that's pretty busy. We don't want that creeping any closer to our very decorative water tower. Garbage, 77% filled. So we're going to have to work on that as well. We're slowly getting up there. These guys are running a little low on water, so we probably need to get some form of a water pumping station. Or we could just add another water tower. And that will do well for now. And we're running into water levels getting a little bit out of control. We'll just bump these up a little bit. If you don't have this mod, this is the Move It mod. Really recommend getting it. Fix so many minor issues with just a few clicks. And that looks to be okay. Let's see if we can flatten this out if it's gotten any distortion to it. Get rid of that, make it smaller. Maybe a bit bigger than that. Oh, that's not what we wanted there. Oh, fill this. Overall, I think that looks fairly good. And we're just about to 5,500. We can probably throw in some apartments. Maybe that might look alright. Get out of here and let's plan. We're coming up on 40 minutes here, so maybe we'll cut this and we'll do this in the next episode. Until then, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think about what you're seeing, if you want me to attempt to build anything, or if you have any ideas for our super center here. We just put in our hospital, of course. We'll be purchasing this land and networking and gridding this system out and getting ready for higher density populations. And also, Elena Falls National Park, coming soon to a booming town near you.